open one of ensentrofo a wo ye hypocrite nyatwompa sa akwa wi your friend Samson Lardy oye nyatwompa papa na NDC form na Mahama boys ba ko na no wo sane gu no so no na okam enso NDC ba power yi ontimi international discussing serious say ade na national security etimi protect John Mahama boy ya o so ba Ghana yi ontimi enka ahwehwe because na ban ya ba yenti na me nkyere wade ha
what do you call it, internet, and committing criminal stuff in the name of doing broadcasts. Insult fest every day. That's what they do. And they're churning out a lot of falsehood. And we can't seem to hold them to account. This country can do better than that. We take a break. When we return...
No, Justice Shebafo has a bench warrant against...
There's a bench warrant. That's against Kevin Taylor. And I think the NDC will do a disservice to this country if, in fact, that guy steps his foot into this country and he's allowed to go without execution of the bench warrant on him. Okay? He's defamed a lot of people. They've gone to court. They've gotten judgment. Esan Koma, Gabia Sarachidako, all of them have gotten judgments. But because he thinks he's out of the country, he can get away with it. It shouldn't be right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Na okay. Na so onimpefe say ono ani abamu na abawo enso sa guy boy odaso woba kromo timi woba ni timi nya ne hwe. Also on the on kan very dishonest guy. Na em say akwa we asem we ni woka fa no ho a ehye na ko yewu. Yes.
Edna Samson ayi ni Niba TV so once a week ebeji journalist of the year. Samson ayi ni kwasia we ya ono ojiji judge fo sika. Say obedi asema wo no he has done nothing. I'm not taking nonsense again. Who has to go down will go down. Canada Agyapong general ka kire mu Joy News for say Eko sika na mutim kwasiafo ebesin there. Nobody from Joy News, nobody from Multimedia was able to see come in. And I'll make sure I'll come and set him. I am coming. And I'll make sure I'll come and set up and nullify everybody. Samson Lardy has never been able to sit on TV to debunk anything that I have put on my show. Kwasia man, when no can say or change true. Abuafunu, Abetina TV can say you cannot verify that source. That's your stupid, dirty multi-TV you are sitting on. People should step on the brakes. Yeni bra breno, mujimia. The tension we will send on you. You can do your show. You need to tell the man there. Because as a man, you saying I don't verify things, you need to prove to me. Until you prove to me, I am telling you this today. Until you prove to the world, say I am not credible, me there you go die. I swear. I'll bring your wife's naked pictures. I'll bring your kids. I'll enter your home. Until you prove to the world I am not credible, me there.
Okay, enti when I'm say boy no catch no ehye ni yie pa. Na watimi anya ho hwe ene na ban aba what waye din won kasae na wasasa na foforo de aba Honorable Kennedy Agyapong so any MPP for so stay here dia na dika first of all say Kwame Abronye aye na de bi won tiase wo de ne court dia no oye okafa Abronye ho akwa we na ka kire Abronye say Abronye as wo low standard bi as Abronye nyo obi obetimi aba no ni show so my God. What
Those cowards who are hiding under, what do you call it, internet, and committing criminal stuff in the name of doing broadcasts, insult fest every day. That's what they do. And they're churning out a lot of falsehood, and we can't seem to hold them to account. This country can do better than that. We take a break. When we return...
No, Justice Shebafo has a bench warrant against...
There's a bench warrant. That's against Kevin Taylor. And I think the NDC will do a disservice to this country if, in fact, that guy steps his foot into this country and he's allowed to go without execution of the bench warrant on him.
Okay. Eti, what you said, na yankwa hasi. And I was just say, or person running Honorable Kennedy Agyapong down. Akwawi. Or person running Kennedy down. Now we shall be a way. Oh, who case be a what dear and lend me a lawyer for can say nobody who know for. Now, or you use certain languages or person for can be as to say or discredit Kennedy Agyapong. Meanwhile, the same guy, the entire so hypocrite and say today, Ojina Kumase High Court to say or the abronye was trying to damage say 50 million Ghana city or so. Say abronye aka no ho ase won tiase. Enipa no a wo say ono Kennedy ase Ghana. Kennedy di ni sika eno wo mo ase Ghana. Samra no an judges no mo ma Kennedy ruling say odibem no. Wo enei sade no wo no de Kennedy no. Wo sade obi call the same court. Na yen sha se free abronye case no ho. Yen sha se free abronye case no.
Carlos and Ababeto. Asana yi Director General Ghana Civil Aviation Authority one unity because mo suspect say
very questionable. Very, very good.
Why is a Ghana for Mr. Aqua for not to drive FM no? Yeah man. Samson Anyine.
Oh, not Oya Cromfo.
Oya Cromfo. Yeah man. 50,000 Friday $100. Say. On free in team for do needs for no moon and nimasi. But by Ogu,
yes, saw your propaganda. But I brought you a name of a year 50,000.
Oh, massa.
Some messages. Messages.
Remember, actually, can't want to man. No. I make I was who 50.
Fake messages.
Oh, premise 7 fast. Yeah, man, $50,000 say. Coca, some no go abandonment into 1 means beer. Somebody can't catch us something or your crumb for because the law professional man is go. And to no answer the non ministers or Jessica, non people for and to no answer the non ministers or Jessica. Or Jessica, non people for the Binum Sara, and Chianimu, officer Moko and so much bro forces. The money Mumba Moko, Madame, some Tranamari. But
now, dear ma bronye amount to this pressure and say Samson Lardy no eyobia why no say as we nyansafo ho na wotena ne platform for kan your friend joy ho so ho opeso run sa kanfo no a wono fi say bro educated person a tribal policy no ye wanya wanhwe a won tiase sa boy no na ya say obi oba betra kumase bia na ni beti bia no na wasori atia kanfo me asem me na me kasa asem no boy we wo school asanteman sa kwa yi what yetete ni kumase Samson Lardy kumase ni yetete no na won say waye no say ase wapo on say waye no say tani a wapo to wono no waye ase waye no so oni nyansa che ni nuanom ntafo no sa na waye no ho ase waye different waye no say on pese oba associate no to ni nuanom ntafo no sa na kwa wetie ena sa ne law for kan na waye no what the authority no the computer no so na o miamia so no or kasa te say robot now okuta strategy fi say the hypocrisy ekura ne say onu fi so or ye lawyer or Ghana Bar Association and the same judicial service court akat announce the case ya court no mo say bra court ne be oba yi wani respect court announce say wonye akwa wentimi anka ho hwe now oba na chipa be rani Kennedy down na yen sha se mfiri ba bia odese abronye no ye wi na ye tie se Honorable Kennedy denim oberani abronye down wa ha sei yen to aso free ase na yen tie asem abronya asa na obe ka bibia na enchirase wo yen tie ase
wo ho ma onko bedin a abronye DC o se abronye DC entimi ma ne show news fan so no make kan sem bi opɛ da bi ni show no news fan no just the reputation of the show na kasa de wo so
he's a type who cannot be on this platform because they spew a lot of
but tie ni ye pa o on say the entire me kasa this kind of educated fools no they da bia no use English word back we be dehumanize o to say ebe gu ani mu ase omo feel say omo you so smart in English so omo pick words na omo dia gu at omo dia ridicule so oni respect ma abronye ti na kwa we mo wo bia man respect that put on na jena oba o free suru abeka kire momone se ne ho bon kai akei men no so tan so ne wo lawyer wo ye wo de hwade on say omu abronya ba kokora wo ofa ne nyehwe Samson Lardy ni fa abronya nyehwe office wo no wo ye just wo ye better than abronya na oni mu so abronya so ko school chen no sa ni school fo kan wo de ye lawyer na me ye ho no abronya ko school kra chen no see me de adia me pen so obi obi ani metia no person obi respect no me hu na me tai wo de tie nsem okeka fa abronya ho.
That's
what you want to do.
Yeah, some really wild claims. Yes, I don't know that
you are ma uncle Bedia abronya DC or sabronya DC entimi ma the show news file so no make kan sembi opɛ there be the show no news file no just the reputation of the show na kasa de was so
he's a type who cannot be on this platform because they spew a lot of things
that's what you want to do.
Yeah, some really wild claims. Yes, I don't know the places where they are hosted. I don't know if the host feel they have a responsibility.
And I'm abronya DC akohu.
Eti oshase say orane abronya down including locals or the local stations near there just say omu akanfo station no kra omu omo so eti orane abronya down and abronya baba respond and say akwa wenyu bia no no kokko to kra no a o case bia no odie and abronya be kire no court room ho asem eno no wadwawo wo de yentie ne nsamfo no okeka fa abronya ho na abronya so be respond and yentie ase
you know na ne ono ni puafu we jala papa send we si ababu ponagen e de ama eye Samson Lardy wo honom o kire bi krompa ono eye abronya DC just ono no kasa no just onye di paketo what say de eye Samson Lardy ehu no o de ne CV agasa beto monte e kire mu a ono abronya DC ye kasa obi ewo nanim ewo nimdie mu enwoma suamde be yo o nanim e kire Samson Lardy
okay maybe you know but be yes I don't know the couple of Samson there ono abronya qualification pay and I'm saying equano okay
something no utie some bi wo ha o kai mire bi de nana bi ko ni show no
yeah and ko ranka yeah
nana bi ye substandard ye nya nana bi nya mi kwan so ba me o ye wo NDC program do you are NDC program but so ye wo adin say you are the only imbecile in this country. You won't survive.
Abroye, so I sit here. So we'll say media. Me my walk off. You say or you this. And on your imbecile.
And I'm saying, so bitten in news. So bitten in news fire. Not so say on the only host Ghana ha. Or you so imbecile being Canada.
The imbecile.
On us.
Abroye.
But make catch imbecile. Me mako school chen me ye kratch ni chen on fa ni TV mra me so mfa me TV mako school ni chen no mako bi chen no
kwa be pa cho be the CV no up to so
on fa na ye mra
e be pa cho
so fa kratch ni chen me say ma trota me di me CV aba on fa ni TV mra on fa ni CV me di aba on show ni de mon kan che Samson so on show ni de.
Okay, so when I'm a jiga kwame abronye e ma ne kwosesa ne schools awako nyina e na ode ba kire na ode ba kire ye no akwa we se wahunu se wontimi stand abronye fi se sa ni law na wakoye no en fasika mawo akwa we no ko ni kuro ma ho tantantan wo sa akwa we oni ani credibility omo bra bia wo ni school ba ko no akono join this one jack enkofo we mu no wo ni track record bia wo omukrom for krom mpa omasem akwa we ni Samson Lardy no omukrom mpa omasem etu onim se ontimi stand abronye because shares no betro ye no jack esa abronye poncho ma wo simba akutu on the mistake ye na bi ye no wo be ye tribal politics no na kanfo no be hit back na wo dwane na wo enye kumase wo sia tu ama wo gire kumase ne be biye wani sa Samson anyi ni we akwa we wo kumase ne be biye nani nani be na ate akwa we obekuma se hu no yenim tare na hihye no Samson ya yenini asante man we kai on metena kumase na so mani ti kakra ho no makotena nkran na so mo ye omo say they want to ridicule akanfo no yes sani po bebre go nkran ho ade omo ye no but mo see MPP for no so mo ya mo ka ho bi mo kotena sa platform fo kan we so no what wona o read it say robot na okeka brofo no okeka bro wo ye no sa say onye Ghana ni bi we tibon koso lawyer we na no na abronye ka kire sa akwa we won court kura ni any bim case be ya say ye ne ya o sorry abronye court me dey court me dey court da you say sa defamation of character no who do court anu we di bim wo ka man for ho nsem obi ka ho asem dia wadwa eti won say every idiot can go to court but that does not necessarily mean say wo kwa win case no every idiot can go to court and that's democracy. Let us test the law. Such bogus and conform Google country in and to hypocrisy. When we use to English to intimidate the people. Because baby of I'm say nim say one nim kurase phone dealing no who say what come profit just we nyansa for what your father also now akani obetwa akwa we na minim so ya akani papa kai so we dirty tribal politics no this time around we pay attention we are watching them very tribal guys akwa we are tribal omo timi chese omo timi hihya adwuma bi omo de brofo na ye se wanye smart wo hu da omo defend omo de ebi na nanu kwabra bobi an say giga no wose yan and this for no use no say on kasenti asantefo no mu use no as a scapegoat on say giga no woka eti wo mu de they will protect their omo nkrofo ohun say we not na de a bibia ye so ohun say e not na issue e fantastic but when it comes to say Southern account for pen mo dwalai nonsense this time around any amu de nyina be ko jail monko fa court na mo fanso a rubbish. Idea lawyer we idea. Idea case na wadi ya landmark case ya news wo de ya. Abrabo be ya de ya. News fan of phone kan. Kai. To rani abronye down. Now we left wo. Dirty abronye man show down. And was what in a court. Because who say baby edru nya do betuma stand heat no. Now wa manan so ha abronye robishe no serious and what say one office on kwa no microphone obi obi na another hypocrisy ade ba kwa ya ehun say some catch also say or the announce be mai kokko to kuma say one man lawsuit yate na one say there was a case here versus Honorable Kennedy versus Anasaremi Yao case hu asoma kwa kopie US nyina na when ono ye part of so called a Ghana Bar Association and wo ye no say as won nim Ghana mra nyina wo tena ne computer nanimu a wo kasa ase robot to be ase che I mean akwa we mi hu na dwe da ne tirim o so we nu wo gije so a lawyer e de ya we now nim or you so where's be their describe Honorable Ken Agyapong a bullshit at time now nim mi jiri pa say Kumasi judges na war high court no akwa we won beto ni case na twene to the sense say one fa bua Ghana judicial service woni anas mienu ni nyina ne say o hatred for Kennedy as akani akwa we a trouble issue no mo ye no because anas ye tani wono ye tani so now they have to gang together and fight against Kennedy Agyapong as akani asam na no tie de make no omo di no me etipsim sa kona me chirem obi antimi nchirem onim say anas ye tani won so ye tani so quickly on defend anas we kuro mu tani abronye ya akani Kennedy ya akani na omo encospa no omo ne akanfo no fansi ani eno na wo ye no very hypocritical guy hwe ayi papa iso no so ya akani Reverend Fojo on the wi an case wo ye and so oba pa we eniema NDC ye ni otimi nka ho asem akwa we otimi nka ho asem very hypocrite guy MP4 na moto so sankrofo we mu so now mi be bo video ya kire wo ho wo de hwe asem o ka fa Honorable Kennedy ho now wasa bugana court no kura nim tia say ase Kennedy mu ya sikafo no ma say judiciary no and na baby yes civilized te sa broche de ho yes civilized world the announce akodi bem shame on to Kennedy say o jubilate wow everybody akwata ni we pa kan kwase asem hey atani we kan kwase asem na wo everybody chese ya nya abetwa ibe na kokoro nka say now wo de yentie ensamfo a sa kwa we wokekan me so omo tribal politics we will meet them boot for boot yenim adwen wo mutrim now yen sha se free ase wo ye no so ye nyansafo to obekan ensamfo yentie wo sha se asem wo kan ye ni yen sha se free a rubbish yentie asem bi o kan no answer ne yen to aso.
Some were selling justice and they got Judge Wood, kicked them out of the courts. He caught others shortchanging the country, smuggling its precious cocoa. This country has used him to successfully fight the corrupt. Even in the court, politicians and presidents have made pledges about adopting his methods to fight corruption. And they got almost all of us loving and hailing Anas. But things have not been the same in recent times. He's human and subject to error and wrongdoing. I may disagree with him at times, but I refuse to join the crucify him calls. We will discuss the New Jersey jury's $18 million verdict in his favor. Whatever amount he gets eventually, I join him to celebrate his victory at this point. And whatever happens, I pray he is not discouraged from continuing his work, even if he may want to reduce resort to the agent provocateur. Okay, so as lawyer that he claims to be, that bogus lawyer no mo de Ghana hono. On say ono as a lawyer work onim US system. But we say oni anas best celebrity say sika bi on be Jeffrey Kennedy home. Today, sika na $500. Go and celebrate with Anas. Shame on you, bogus lawyer. Now, on say all describe Ghana court system. It seems say Ghana court system ni nye kura. Na the second part and obaye hwen sem obeka fa Kennedy home. Chese won tiase say Kennedy akọ Anas akọgu Ghana animu ase. Na judge say wa America ne tena say o say case we foolish case o ma to atwene baby. Obi a wokopo obi $30 million. Eba $18 million. After we say ye ma court charge $500. I will say we win case. Un say ye disgrace to you kra. Now, oba ye no muntie nsem obeka fa Honorable Ken. Yenti ase. Tie description of the man Honorable Ken. Very terrible. Yento aswa. After we discussed about Anas the other day. Look, if you are known to lie, to blackmail, and openly threaten journalists.
One, TNA, if you are known to lie and threatening, this is issue, so a strategy. We know this game. TNA pa. On say, you soon immediately to ridicule Ken, to run Ken down. You better running it down. Now, Yantu also.
Insult judges and get away with it. Yes, if you can get away with treasonable comments.
Okay. Secondly, there's nowhere in Ghana your judicial system as a court records and a finding Honorable Ken Agyapong say you find it guilty on treasonable case or any comment. There's nowhere. So I say 3. Honorable Kennedy lawyers no stay standby. Munina standby. There's no any court records. And Kennedy you find him guilty on any treasonable charges. Yantu aswasi.
Because the plutocratic politics has handed you loads of money.
Secondly, the plutocratic politics has handed you money. It means just a politics na Kennedy aye. It's or running or using the platform to run him down. Or no sabi hiani fo kan sa no a wodin school fo kan no. Or no fees or no kuta the authority. Tienio, one here and Sabre of Conny Krum cra, or no one and Numuso, Takwa be say, wait, or no Rani Kennedy down. The plutocratic politician, a money seeker, it means just say, Kennedy no for quite busy now, what the scout politics. Really? This is very bad. This is very bad. And we will, you're about running it down, Palm and Asun, or no, maybe you're feeling also. Now, Yantuaso, I say.
It is understandable why you will pretend to rejoice over a judgment that indicts you, finds you guilty of telling untruths and falsehoods. In the Anas case, the jury gave him so much, but the judge later found that the maximum, according to the defamation.
Eti hasena one say the ignorance. No one say onipa bia say we on so yansa for you dani Jimmy for, because in the beginning also omania jese omania so much money $18 million zikta ehia for marko hwefo no a sabi wo mu kro mu fin a wo mo ne mmoa na num suo no ka wono no entimi ebeji sika na nkode akoto ka dem won kran so eti today why you so disappointed and then you so such bogus useless guy like that and no catch Kennedy say no pretend Kennedy pretend say what celebrity every day a crow pa there Jack something you can a yan tafo na ye won tafo bia on wo mo ye ahoya to the sense say I say obi asantini bia na kan ni bi na amane papa mobra ebi ni akwa we and some dirty tribal politics no ye yet game na se chem wo kumase na te wani sa akwa ye friend Samson Lardy no se nye kumase akasamre enye se na ate kumase na bie wani eye kumase na tete wo ene wani abie na aye ho se asa wo ye different from tafo na aka no wo muni ni krom for kra akwa we such bogus lawyer tigona say can pretend na wo hia ni nkura say wo se wo wani agisa na atikodi 80 million babidi wo nsamfu ahi pa wo
law of New Jersey in the circumstances of this case was 500. He says he got what he really wanted, a judgment in his favor, because Ken Agyapong could not prove any of his allegations against him in court. And that's how we do it in a civilized society.
Okay, so now, the bone of contention is that the first case in Ghana, you saw in a sovereign nation like Ghana, case in Yedi, Kennedy, and a year victorious. Kennedy was a victor. So today, we live in Ghana. This bogus guy live in Ghana. So when we are talking about law, we respect the laws of the country. So today, any judgment at what Ghana Court of Public Records, Kennedy Agyapong versus Anas lost the case, and then a records. So today, Akwa Wesu a lawyer. Now what discredited the judicial services or discredited the justice system of the country called Ghana. Now appreciating baby will be kogu Ghana anymore say. And then to Kumasi judges now Akwa within the case Ibahono. Tie or say civilized country. It means it's an insult to the country called Ghana because Ghana is civilized. Really. Ghana is civilized. So Akwa we saw the Abronya court. I think say Honorable Kennedy fan club no. You must mobilize and raise a demonstration and meeting in a Kumasi court. No more judges no say Akwa will respect Ghana justice system. Because Ghana is a sovereign state. Ghana is a sovereign state. And who use such words to describe Obi Awako Ghana court. A high court, no wakonya a judgment. Now Obi can want some also the same high court. Now you say Ghana, baby, are yes civilized. I want to announce intimidating judgment. Really? Wow. Honorable Ken, for the more organizing. Now, we did demonstration. Esian or Kumasi High Court. Munsian High Court. I'm training bibi. Mumyak bibi ma court. No one sa kwa we mu Ghana mra. Every day. Konko achiri konko. Bola asefo so kura so story anu mu nyina keka nkwasasam kire Kennedy. Every day. Hey. Yanyabo abetwa ibe huna kokono nka say.
Yes, I can imagine the damage to the peddler of the falsehoods.
Now, so you see the kind of words I will use to demark Kennedy, the peddler of falsehood. Yes. So the point is say Akwa way ni dirty tribal NDC politics now you know. And yeah, this time around getting ready. Obe file more cases more because you be horo nwa man akwa koso na busia forso because way one na sefo they can never ever in their life some bet me match Kennedy Agyapong in any stage akwa way one na sefo nyina omonsa so such bogus guy way to join this one holding some phone rubbish. Oh, describe will be a one-year judgment with the justice system. Ghana, no, we must appreciate it. No, you are discrediting it. Oh, discrediting no, really, really. And then the young nefa I brought young cocoa. Say what can we want them? Now we will cast yes. We brabe no abo. Samson Lardy a brabe na we born in Ghana. We will track record the idea. Compared to Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, a nipe didi one in some companies ekuta no such you. Such bogus guy like you, no the audacity to talk against Kennedy. My God, why lucky? Why lucky? This guy said, "Oh my lucky, oh, this is bullshit." Damn. Now, this is the description of Odiama Honorable Ken. And I think second supporters in Aqua way, as some Munam sorry no so. Munam sorry no so. Mo be on the platform and sorry Aqua way so. Because as someone discredited no. One, only any credibility as a lawyer. Or your bogus too. Or you use tribal politics to discredit people, especially account for Muntian. Very tribal lawyer, Aqua way, a tribal politician lawyer, Aqua way. Yeah. And Yahunu Yanyaki no. Bogus guy. Very biased journalist. Or you bias. Akwawi. Samson Lardy. Really? Nanka office okwaje 80 million na mababi di wo hu. Mu tirisunu ma pampa so. Nanka mo kwaje $80 million. Na wo mo gise wo mo fa nkosire mu nkoye ho yi o. Die sire mu aye no wo mo fa sika ne nkoye ho yi. Dabi. Wo mo tetenkran. Sika bi omunya bia ehye eda ase ne mpase. Salimu. Okoji $80 million ba no ma be che di won. Abogumanum, agumanum. Manum ya monwono. Kennedy nam yanwe o. Akompra ko ne nam yanwe. Etu da mon trankra won. Na monya mon samo de brofo ne mo kan ye be chirem. Because mo brofo sam enyinya nsase maye. Kennedy nam yanwe. Ne nam onwono wote se kwakwa da bi se onima me ka kire o. Kennedy akompra ko no ne nam te se kwakwa da bi. Onima bo na friend kwakwa da bi no. Ya ko teste ne nam ne hwe ade. We are very dangerous. But owakoma e de manipa. Onima me ka kire o. Aya mon try no. Obi abedin hu din hu agro bi wani mbegu aso se udin hu agro no. On se mrebu kan na se wo yes wo ye rough. Obom o ma punchla ba ko e na wani monyam nyina condemn. Sa ne mrebu odimi e na Kennedy strike wa ase. Yentie akompre ko punchla bi odema no de tie ase tie punchla we.
People means he's not doing something right. Enti omo mu kotena sa lawyer na wa bon bibribe no. Oh is that? Joy FM lawyer. Samson Lardy-Joynews. Wa bon. Opa me yi na yi ama o. Mini senya hose ni argument na. Ono ni say o case. Wa bon. Na onhwe nanim aya o de to. Onhwe me personality, my contribution to this country. Eno ono Samson. Na wo kwasi twum. Kura also respected. Ask yourself kwasi twum contribution he has made in this country to Ghanaians. Now what the catch them say me when I come to unya intelligent now he's so corrupt to say and so biased to say unim the first time I entered I'm co-seat in this our program is Chumasi Apia was insulting Akufo-Addo and when I retaliated okay Chum said me withdraw I'm saying Chumasi Apia withdraw so I just walked out of the place and since then go to hell with joy. I've never been there. Now we are one. We are one. What be a media house here Ghana? Me I can pay you. Unim. So only a Juma Papaya, I'll pay you 5 times what you make if you polish my shoe. Samson Lardy. Bra, who polish my shoe kura? Ubenya a dream papa for Ghana. Come on.
Eti on say emrebisa na okokan unua. Ana oto punchla ba kuma no as eno na aye ne yahye na kumam etimi ka tro se NDC ni a osa free north ho wo se ni tam bia no woni obi MPP na say akani bia nya problem no eye bibi ye hye ni tirim omo nya fair omo create permanent enemy NDC ni a osa ye nodna o create permanent enemy so omo ntiase sa omo disi amu ntwama ne nte omo ni sika nkyem omo ni tumi bia omu nyanya nsafo nkyem omu disi amu ntwama nte anyo omu nkwan ye bom so omu nya tribal politics o dabi enipa ridiculing people onyo omu nkwan because omu ye betima kire omu ase ama na ye omu yakese motete nkran we o se be akai be polish ni shoe no ehunu nyansa sa no ka kire o yenti akompre ko bi o afofra Friday fa kwa akompre ko so na obete o kakanka
the place. And since then, go to hell with joy. I've never been there. Now we are one. We are one. What be a media house here Ghana? Me I can pay you. Unim. So only a Juma Papaya, I'll pay you 5 times what you make if you polish my shoe. Something like, bra, who polish my shoe, cra, ubenya a green papa for Ghana. Common shoe of Agyapong will give you common sense. And I will be a debate. So why you want me say, Mube say Ghana? Mwani, kwa kubako. Oh. Who sabe Kasebi? A corrupt journalist like you, Kwakubako. Who ba Kasebi? I have a video here. Why am I show?
Debbie, that video.
Yeah, Kwakubako.
No.
Who corrupt?
Eti, say an embrace wako canon. Omu yes, omu use strategy, coffee shop mafia strategy. And this time around, Emfa. This time around, Emfa. So what's the idea? Anytime I saw corrupt, biased journalists and almost strike you, almost strike you account for so must the area. They will never fight their own da. So will be free stream. No, yeah, the MPP Nikla. Sankofu will never fight them. But you tell Montesi the Munya case study in the way. They always fight account for. And they end this strategy, including one lawyers in na. Omashadao. Omashada. Eti mo shada mo so mo shada mo da mo nya bi nkyere wo mo no mo nya papa nkyɛn mo saa wo. They are not better than you guys. We mo better than him for kai mo nya better than nkyɛn mo saa wo. So Kennedy no e de kwan bi na nya no ho sika osi what to say robot hwɛ nanim ene de wapo hwɛ de sina pampem.
Look, if you are known to lie, to blackmail, and openly threaten journalists, even insult judges, and get away with it, yes, if you can get away with treasonable comments because the plutocratic politics has handed you loads of money, it is understandable why you will pretend.
Don't say, ne yadi ni nyina ye say Kennedy sikani. Iti wo NDC force wo mota wa yu akani wo sikani ntia wo. Eye ne ya. So enso so munya chance nya sika no a, omo de tenkran yo, ena omo de regas yo. Omo de ware bebre. Omo fa sika ni mi adwuma wo sire mu ye nuanu mu nya adwuma nya o. Omo de sika ni gun kran. Ena omo de aye swimming pool. Ena omo dem. Ena omo de to sieve to share. On the difference between no, any jealousy no, hatred. Political hatred. Just say the yen nyina ne se Kennedy sikani eti Kennedy afa kwan biaso no de nya sika politics. Really? This is interesting. This is interesting. And this time around no MPP communicators ne every supporter will be baba umia so munya serious. And this is for you set up journalists for na mun go after them. The same as Honorable Ken Agyapong mun go after them. Period. So that Omunyina who says ceasefire, clean politics. That's it. Also, offer Kennedy is a blackmailer. So, he because no one himself come be nyesika kesi bia bedi. No one say what announce ne Kennedy ko America no matam kesi bia mom no ma bedi. Ahiafo ne adwen bone. Monko fankodi. Ahiafo mienu a adwen bone wo mutirimu a womo kope akani sika na omakodi munkoje nkodi mutiri so no mapampa so mutiri so ene mapampa so munkoje na adwuma ni ngu na Ghana fo nyina enye homeless enye handicap wo nyina enye useless ete said ye mo enne de mo se mo yeye akohwifo asefo mo ni mbegu ase.
To rejoice over a judgment that indicts you, finds you guilty of telling untruths and falsehoods. In the Anas case, the jury gave him so much, but the judge later found that the maximum, according to the defamation law of New Jersey,
we say abronya kase akwa we nye lawyer we dey tie na session no, but later the judge find out what judge find what of idea esana judge of idea. Judge now making a decision, or making ruling of an idea. I say, or ridicule judge no class say as another judge no what debi say and wo nyane no hu say anasika debi nya no antia no hu say 500 we yakasa we bogus lawyer say or lawyer we obi a we legal person as our church asem legal way or the hatred jealousy envy and our the church asem we yakasa we bogus lawyer say wadwa bogus lawyer. To hell with me. Just say my foot. I call with a lawyer. My foot. Say na judge ni no and will realize whom say later find out. Later be. Sana judge dia ye court dia from America. When jury pass one recommendation, any decision, any court decision. Me kura me call law school minim nyansa chen. Me am call law school no minim nyansa chen Samson Lardy aye ne. Later there we the as akoda nkora abrofo bi enye nwanwa we no so the standard later the judge find out wow look we so a lawyer we do case koma we tibon so say tibon so do case koma no count two case ntwe ball so kai lawyer my foot obi a we legal person say o kire asem no legal way na ye kura ye nkolo school ye. Later, the judge find out. What I'm going to say, why? One shall tribal politics, na say. Yeah, who's a mutakan for no? It's the phone baby mutakan for no. And now, we be a betchim. Yeah, mamma, my children, you. We understand the game. Some tribal politics, we understand the game. And we are can near TNA. Omuba, ya, omotata, I can phone. I don't know, it's the phone party, MPP party, in one. Next phone count to akamfo ani asantefo makota ata wo and now ya kofi jima you know makora ransack ni fie no wo ye kan e bia officer asantefo asem ne ye kan on akamfo no mo yi mani na mo jabo asantefo so na nkrofo from Rollins peso and mo ye ya na mo ye din Rollins peso they think say they omo audacity as omo de they have certain right to be so omo de omo kasa say Ghana omo de bi na mo majapade ye say okrodum akamfo should rise up and krofo wetimi nchira mo hwe omo input ye say o man nim omo japade ye say o country nim na mo tan o manyinya microphone na omo de ye dede emro omo fie fo kro mo timi hwe omo krom fo kro mo timi hwe we mu na Ghana without akamfo Ghana na we hefa without akamfo Ghana na we Ghana kro na say see that the input akamfo put into this country to build the country. Check it. Mama mi en kansem. Akamfo ni used to rise up today. The Akan unity is paramount because one more target or the minority no target and they want to use the target to punch you hard. What I want to say. Want na munye din why? Na munye se bi asantefo asem. What I try say. Na Ghana no ye ka Ghana no a wo mo wa japade o Ghana no ye nhwe wo mo de do so ne ye hwade onu ba bi ofiri no na jap ni kroma japade se na wo Ghana akwa wi ni kroma japade se na akikire Ghana no okosua o de wo ka say asa obi a o ready teleprompter we sani pa obetima solve Ghana problem we wo obetima adakra so da yam say adwenimra ni tim so on create adwuma solve Ghana problem we na akamfo so da ye create businesses e solve Ghana problem na mote ho na few minority we mu akokọ kosku akoye lawful kan no mote media no so na mote no mo set agenda why lucky pa eti asasem ya omo ye na sisi ya manya dosa bi wa ha sei Canada Agyapong any MPP for lawyers be sorry concern lawyers of MPP Oma sorry. Say ya ni pe no. Oma makwa we 7 days. Sa kwa we oma man 7 days. Sa lawyer ko kontomere lawyer ko minini. Lawyer aboko bi lawyer wi. Sa aboko bi lawyer. Oma man 7 days. Say on asamo okeka fa kan sa west law use fa kan ho no. Oma man 7 days one twen sign. Anya sa de di akire bana no hye. Yanko penchire mu hamra. Yanko penchire mu mra. Yanko pesa case ni nchire mumra yempenchire mumra
NPP lawyers on the unethical and unprofessional conduct of Mr. Samson Lardy-Joynews host of Newsfile on Joy News. We, the undersigned concerned NPP lawyers, are compelled to speak out in defense of the integrity of the Ghanaian judiciary and in protection of the professional and personal reputation of Honorable Kennedy Agyapong against the persistent, unethical, biased, and unprofessional conduct of Mr. Samson Lardy-Joynews, host of Newsfile on Joy News and a lawyer in Ghana. Mr. Joynews' recent commentaries on his program has, in our view, crossed the boundaries of responsible journalism and professional ethics. His statements conflict legal analysis with inflammatory rhetorics and reveal a troubling pattern of behavior that undermines confidence in Ghana's judiciary, while simultaneously launching unprovoked and slanderous attacks on the character of Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Mr. Joynews has persistently used his media platform to portray Honorable Kennedy Agyapong in a negative and prejudicial light. He has aired serious and often unfounded allegations against him without extending a fair opportunity for a response. This is a clear violation of the principles of fair and balanced journalism and an abuse of media responsibility. His use of phrases such as plutocratic politics and insinuations that Honorable Kennedy Agyapong has enriched himself through illicit means and influenced judicial outcomes through corrupt means are not only defamatory but are also not supported by judicial findings. These claims have either been dismissed in court or lack any evidentiary foundation. Such conduct is wholly inconsistent with the unethical standards expected of a journalist and, more critically, a lawyer of Mr. Joynews' standing. By making unsubstantiated accusations on a public platform offering a right of reply, Mr. Joynews has fallen short of the standards required by both the Ghana Journalists Association's Code of Ethics and the legal professional professional conduct and ethics rules. Equally, if not more troubling, is Mr. Joynews' tendency to cast aspersions on the judiciary. His recent commentary implied that certain judges were complicit in allowing blackmail and treasonable comments to go unpunished and sought to discredit a full lawfully majority decision of the Supreme Court by glorifying dissenting opinions and implying corruption. Even more disturbing was his comparison of a Ghanaian Supreme Court decision with an unrelated judgment from a US court, concluding that that's how we do it in a civilized society. This irresponsible statement implies that Ghana's judiciary is uncivilized or inferior, an assertion that is not only offensive but deeply damaging to the public trust in our judicial system. Ghana's courts are the cornerstones of our democratic system, undermining their authority through careless and politicized commentary, especially by a senior lawyer, is conduct unbecoming of a member of the bar and a betrayal of professional responsibility. Mr. Joynews' conduct violates known journalistic standards and principles of responsible media commentary. It demeans the legal profession and undermines the solemn duty lawyers owe to the administration of justice. As such, his actions constitute grounds for disciplinary action before the General Legal Council. We do not issue this statement lightly. However, as lawyers committed to the integrity of the legal system and the principles of fairness, we cannot remain silent when one of our own uses his dual platform as lawyer and journalist to malign others, promote biased narratives, and attack the very institutions that safeguard our democracy. We therefore give Mr. Joynews 7 days from the date of this statement to publicly retract his offensive, unethical, and unprofessional remarks. Demand that he cease using his platform to impugn the judiciary and malign Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Okay, so my mom is my Kennedy team no. Yes, lawyers na idea. Yes. Me call law school, but asembia e wo metrim bia o maka nyina pepepe. Me call law school. De ma ya media law nkwa na maye. Media law nkwa na maye and media ethics any law nkwa na maye. But ade o maka nyina no, ni nyina na mapo nyina gu anu ano maka no. See, wo mo na lawyers o concerned lawyers of the MPP. Fantastic job. Yes. Me call law school da. Es wo ma ya de. Ai. O ma cheche sem ni nyina am de mi kan ni nyina mo cheche ni nyina mo kama. Sanity. Because Sakwa we in case in court, Abronye no lawyers so take a clue from this. Said Yebeya, one judges now Sakwa we only any reputation, any grounds to come to the court. Because one, what discredited Ghana court, see and yes civilized. What discredited Ghana court, see and yes civilized. So be a yes civilized, no, you don't need to bring your case there. The same as an ass. Ni video no da bonten. Ɔsi Ghana court no bogus. The same as this guy and Samson Lardy-Joynews. Ɔsi baby a civilized no ɛna anasi win. Baby a civilized na Kennedy win ye. Today ɔti baby a Kennedy tie no. Baby a Kennedy win ye no. Nyansemo wadidi judges natem. Running the judicial system down and lawyers in church no. And church no. And this is a political hatred. And a tribal politics no more. They use these guys because I'm free enough. And that's what free enough. Where's your tenny? And that's your tenny. And Omonia Santifonia come for the CNE. Mobile say ya grow and ya grow. A strategy. And Omonia send this your power so that the team say now they have the chance to fight back. As Obia John Bibi, Obia Nyomohe. Obia no waji tenny bia bibi. Tenny be opposite to Tumpo to see Dr. Baumia, on your tenny. See the level. Very passionate person. See check Dr. Baumia, ne swag. Obia Dr. Baumia bibi. And so study was here in politics. Very decent. Strategically. Obia tough go MPP party. See them, Obia tries or obe put in one baby. And tough for when this Munkwafi say, as Obia Yomobone. Why? This time around, yani na dawo. Yana nambi na trust na muma Rollins be yes our concert now you know. This time around, mu ye yani ye hunu ye predict the meeting I crash them. Rubbish. Lawyer my fault. Eti me no kasi say Honorable Ken any MPP for lawyers ni bia komobuma o mama no 7 days. Say and some na said was running Honorable Ken the Agyapong down no. Our person was incited the people against him no woman 7 days. Yes, I showdown. Someone no. Second so the moya we on. Aha, showdown no ebeba life. Ebeba life.
People means he's not doing something right. Enti omo mukotna sa lawyer na wa bon bibribe no. Oh is that? Joy FM lawyer. Samson Lardy-Joynews. Wa bon. Opa me yi na yi ama o. Mini senya hose. Ni argument na. Ono ni senya case na. Wa bon. Na onhwe nanim aya o de to. Onhwe me personality, my contribution to this country. Eno ono Samson. Na wo kwasi twum. Kura also respected. Ask yourself, kwasi twum. Contribution he has made in this country to Ghanaians. Now what I catch them say, me when I come to Unya intelligent. Now he's so corrupt to say, and so biased to say, Unim. The first time I entered, I'm co-seat in this. I work on program as a Chumasi Apia was insulting Akufo-Addo. And when I retaliated, okay, Chum said, me withdraw. I'm saying Chumasi Apia withdraw, me withdraw. Oh. So I just walked out of the place. And since then, go to hell with joy. I've never been there. Now we are wine. We are wine. What be a media house here or Ghana? Me, I can pay you. Unim. So only a Juma Papaya, I'll pay you 5 times what you make if you polish my shoe. Samson Lardy. Bra, who polish my shoe, kura. Ubenya a dream papa for Ghana. Common shoe of Agyapong will give you common sense. And now a debate. So why you being said? Mube say Ghana. Mwanim kwakubako. Oh, who sabe kasebi? A corrupt journalist like you kwakubako. Ube kasebi.
So that was the showdown. The showdown man. Wa me kana won kan. O kana so be kan. But this time around lawyers radi a my no my dey say mo tena se mankrofo emfa brofo akese bi nke kansem bi na so mo office mo dey right say mo church o madwen da bi o mo nyanyansafo bi anchen obi a now said na me ka no NDC mu entafo nko an office o mo no obi di o mo ka hwe Dr. Baumia wo ye tani hwe de hwe o de hwe UK hwe si hwe o de me pesa me video bi a kire on Dr. Baumia wo is o UK here. See the vibration, see the energy. Share energy no. What you tani, what prepare no well. What carry no well. No jealousy. Rubbish. So on say Dr. Bawumia yes we civilized Muslim northerner. On say nyumo kro moto ama na say NDC amode be propaganda etia no. On say oh you so fertile. Enye see one fanta for some chechire no too much. No. On say baby ogina no. Oni asantefo ne akamfo na edile o. Or Christopher and so we very simple. And so NDC mu a wo mekwa koye na ye kremoni na wona Christopher to a Christopher anyum. You see their primitive mindset. They set agenda against mu. Akamfo wake up. Mun wake up o. Omu di si amuntwa. Omu di si muntwa because omu mo branch akan ni bia. Ebia na untu kwan dantia. Kai si Dr. Bawumia hwanom. Wo yesremuni wo yetani. Wo yesremuni but wo carry no hu fantastically. Or do UK so you see the vibration. Check the vibration. Now we na Dr. Bawumia ji microphone wo ka kire mo se hwe NDC for enru babia wo beka se afede ya paba yentie Dr. Bawumia e wo UK forum bia wo wase wo one Ghana for yentie a
as the time goes on. But I believe that by 4 years' time, Ghanaians will start asking for the new patriotic party to come back and take us to the president. I believe so that they will start asking. Because that is, and they do a lot of things, but Ghanaians are only now beginning to see them. They didn't see it. When we said we brought a gold purchase program, they didn't appreciate it, but now they appreciate it. They are seeing that this is what is holding our currency. When we said we brought electric buses, they didn't see it. Today, the NDC people are praising electric buses because that can get launched. We saw some gold there. They know what they do in their pictures in their bathroom. It's only now that they really didn't understand it when they were criticizing, and so there's so much that over time people are going to appreciate what our record is, and they cannot match that record. They cannot match it. I'm very confident of that. And we have a story to tell in 2023 because we are the new patriotic party. We are the new patriotic party. And we shall win. We say everybody, we shall win, we say na. We shall win, we say na. We shall win, we say na. Everybody, we shall win, we say na.
Okay, so that was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, UK, and very fantastically, or demonstrate say, and yet any bian what is NDC in Tafu Muguahodo. You want Tafu be more NDC or time, jealousy, hatred, and also Macomas, a business aquawi, one near us. At a time pa, and to say, Yahu, Muya Yabekaimo, Udia Mupamonia Yabekaimo. Muya Yabekaimo, aye. And you move now. Eti a lawyer for ye 7 days. Akwa we man boot for boot. Showdown pa. Sal why contomere lawyer ya won nam Ghana we ya concert no what one at the piano to compete and say as why you know concert. Now young queer NDC for no city. Aqua with some kind of Barcosuni. So some cars aqua we. Another one so new. Ono Sundabiano, the problem in I will be your yakeni, aqua we. Your friend Martin Pebu. Every day, Ubi or yakeni, a problem, man. On say, today, dear. Sami Jamfi or more party, Bibian your problem, you. Shadi. Also, dear. What happened was actually a breach of Sami Jamfi's privacy. Are we saying what we saw is beyond Sami Jamfi's means? EDNSC. Akwa we say, Sami Jamfi chesikano ya deba tuwa bonten ya breaching the privacy. Na ye Ghana for ye can say, Sami Jamfi cannot give $2,000 to Obiana. Really? So, onosu friend, so onosu for ceremony, awe ye nisi, so on. On sanko for yagine. So on. Enta mi catch ma kan for muntio. Womono mo problem o. Womono mo problem asa e battle bi no mo mo kun. On say akwa we na Cecilia da paye kromfo some ka akwa we ne brofo Cecilia da pa criminals in down sa akwa we ya. On say enne Sami Jamfi won party eti ekoti on wo say e okay Cecilia da pa de enye ni means on say we omo bra wo akwa we mo bra eti Cecilia da pa ni kunu bra omo bo no e yo mu hu eti ano de Cecilia da pa wi sika no Sami Jamfi de there be now the process just Sami Jamfi $2,000 ya na nyasa na we highway so ba ku ni o eti ya me kasama me kasama to 10 bia so me say NDC for ye ntafo most of them tribal, they dwell their energy on tribal politics. They always want to play tribal politics for them to get gains. On say akwa we Cecilia da package and na ye kasongo and ye kwati ora team and on